Hello everyone, Michael Biviano is my name. Welcome back to Life, Love and the Pursuit of Real Estate with my friend John behind the camera. Folks, I want to talk about one of the things that is one of my most favourite subjects, which for most people is very, very boring, and that is goals. And in my 32 years in real estate, what I've found is that a lot of people struggle with writing goals down. They struggle with the process of implementation, and they basically just struggle with what they really want, because most people are just happy to run along and exist. And that's okay too. So I saw a video the other day of a very successful American, and one of the comments that he started the video with was, "I've never ever had any goals." Now this guy is a billionaire. And I thought, okay, and that's not, I've heard that quite a few times before, but still today, he's not changed that process. He just does a couple of things that work for him, and the eventuality of money has been a byproduct of his love for what he does. That's great. But for most of it, it doesn't work that way. And we are in a society now where we are conditioned to work less and want to earn more. And that's probably going to happen more with the millennials than ever before. Like my two boys are extremely well educated. They are extremely savvy. Any conversation we have over the dinner table in regards to business or life is generally at a very high level of acumen. They're articulate, they look good. That is the new environment that we're in. And what they do though, is they also expect to have a lifestyle that goes along with that. So therefore they do want to work less and earn more. And there is nothing wrong with that philosophy. And as my personal development coach, Dr. Fred, when I first went to Dr. Fred going back about 24 years ago, he sold me on that philosophy, but it took him a little while. He said, "Michael, I can teach you to work less and earn more." And the first thing I thought of, oh, that's bullshit. I was in real estate, I was working 7 days a week, and all I knew was hard work. So I still say that hard work, productive hard work, is the best thing that you can do. It's fulfilling and it does gain momentum with income. But I want to talk about the hardest thing for business people to implement is goals. So what I'd like to talk about is short-term goals. I'm going to give you some ideas that I have in short-term goals. And I've found that this process has helped many people implement longer-term goals later on. Now, so I've got about 9 points here that I'd like to read out, and I'm going to write them up on the board for you. So the benefit of doing a short-term goal is the ease of implementation, because short-term goals are easy, generally. So they're easier to implement. 2, short-term goals create a very enthusiastic environment, because you can see that the acquisition or the result is going to come a lot easier. You're not looking 4 or 5 years down the track. So it might be a 3-month goal or a 6-month goal. And as I was saying to John beforehand, if I said to you that I was going to lose 10 kilos and it was going to take me a year, that is a long way away for me. But if I said to you that in 1 month I'm going to lose a kilo, that's something that I know I can achieve with not a heap of effort, and it will give me a sense of achievement. So therefore what I'm doing is I'm living in a better environment, purely because of my mental attitude with it. 3, it builds confidence. Short-term goals are a very, very good confidence builder, because once you achieve them, you're more likely to do more. So my attitude and my belief has always been this, with property investment that is, if I sell one asset, I've got to buy 2. Same with the goal. If I succeed with one goal, I've got to do 2 more. And that's how I work personally. So that's one of my core beliefs, that I need to double what I'm doing the next time around. So guys like Grant Cardone and that talk about the 10X rule, that is a great bloody rule. Fantastic. For me, it's 2, right? So then what happens is, because I've got a sense of satisfaction, right, and achievement, what happens is, as I've just said, the environment's better. 4, confidence building to do more. Now, one of the most important things with goals is the type of behaviour that it orientates, because it's routine-based, generally speaking. So long-term goals, they become boring. Short-term goals can be invigorating. So then what I say is this, is short-term goals teach you very quickly about the process and the monitoring as you go. So it's a look, because goals are process driven. So short-term goals, because they're easier, they teach you in a lot softer format and a lot easier format about the process and the self-monitoring of the goal. Number 6, when short-term goals are enacted and everybody's involved in a team environment, whatever it may be, and if you're running a team of salespeople, instead of giving them the yearly budget, you might even break it down to a fortnightly budget. Right? What happens is that the happiness passes on through the team real quick. So it creates a quicker sense of happiness. 7, once short-term goals are achieved, what happens is the achievement of goals keeps us moving forward. So therefore, like I said before, you complete one goal, then create 2 more. You complete 2 goals, then create 4 more. The key to moving forward is to keep testing yourself. But if you test yourself with shorter term goals, you'll find that the pleasure will be a lot quicker, the pleasure will be more rewarding, and it will give you the confidence building. Because most people, when they don't know what they want, it's generally because of a lack of confidence in some area. And I've found that this type of process has worked really, really well. So if you invest in this short-term goal process, right, make sure that you keep balancing out the needs of yourself and the needs of the people in your team for your short-term goals. So what you might find is that not every short-term goal you have in a team environment will be actually what you want, but it may be beneficial to the team overall. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions or any dialogue on this, John and I are more than happy to take the responses. The short-term goal aspect is something that I've been running with for a while. I will say to you, especially for those of you parents who are trying to set goals with your kids, this is a very good system for your children to be able to stand that they're worthy and that they can achieve what they want. Stay great.